Incest, physical, and mental abuse is part of my early family dynamic. Even though I dreamed of a storybook family of my own one day, I succumbed to the cycle of abuse in my first marriage. I continued the cycle of abuse, pretending all was well and perfect. It was anything but. My first pregnancy ended in miscarriage. When my firstborn was just a few months old, I found I was pregnant again. I was, as a typical domestic abuse scenario, found myself isolated thousands of miles from family and friends. I was very ill with an infection. All the symptoms of my miscarriage were resurfacing. Even though the abortion was illegal, even before Roe versus Wade, when the health of the mother was at risk, the procedure was still referred to as a D&C, not an abortion. After my, quote, D&C, I did feel immediately well, at least physically. For years, I carried my baggage from one broken relationship to another. Nothing ever changed but the faces. Then one day, after many months of counseling and getting no better, I finally blurted out that I had in fact had a therapeutic abortion. The light went on in the eyes of my pastor, who had desperately tried to unlock the key as to why I could not believe that God would love me. Though I saw no value in it at the time, I took his advice and began a post-abortive Bible study. Those weeks were the most precious time I've ever spent with the Lord. I was terrified to learn of what I had actually done. As I prayed for him to please help me, I literally could feel his hand on mine as I turned each page. I could feel his presence all around me. Each time I speak of those moments, I still feel the presence. No one told me that breast cancer was a complication of abortion. When I was diagnosed, my husband and I faced a year of grueling chemotherapy and surgeries. That same loving presence saw us through that. Regardless of the circumstances that lead to our abortion decision, abortion hurts women. Thankfully, there is healing and there is hope. When we know better, we must do better, and that's why I am silent no more.